welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. All right, so I'm back in Nakano, just getting ready to head out the north gate that way and meet Mr. R. Now, he's been in Japan a few days and he's done some shopping without me. In fact, yesterday he pulled the trigger on a 16710, an A serial from 1999, and no box, no papers, a very wearable piece and a great price. Without tax, 1,300,000 yen. And it does come with a service card from RSC, and here's the great thing, it comes with an oyster bracelet and a Jubilee bracelet. And I think it's been polished maybe one time during that service, but not since then. And he sent me some pictures and I give it a thumbs up. Is he satisfied? No. He wants a 16570 now, and that's why we're here in Nakano, to get him an Explorer 2 40mm. So we'll see what he wants, and is he gonna get a Holes case one, a Swiss only, a Swiss made, a tritium version? I don't know, but we'll check it out, and he's gonna go home with a couple watches, hopefully. All right, let's go. All right, here with Mr. R. So you bought this yesterday, and it's a beautiful piece. How do you like it?
It's great. It's all I was looking for.
Now, it comes with a Jubilee bracelet and also an oyster. Which bracelet do you like more?
I'm really feeling the Jubilee right now, but I might switch back and forth depending on the mood.
That's great. And obviously it's a Pepsi. Is that your favorite configuration, or do you think you'll get the other colors?
TBD. I might look for a cold bezel to switch in and out. But that's why I like the flexibility and the versatility of this.
Absolutely, it's a rite of passage. So I see you've got the GMT. Well, I don't know what that's pointed to, but what's that bezel doing? Is it your home country or something?
Yeah, it's pointed to San Francisco time.
Awesome.
PST.
All right, and you got the 24-hour hand at GMT time, right?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, are you ready for an Explorer 2, perhaps?
Yes.
All right.
Let's do it.
Some of the storefronts in these shops in Nakano are basically little horological museums where you can buy the art. An incredible piece, box, papers. It doesn't look like it's ever been polished. That extra dial, an extra set of hands, and that polar dial is a thin frame dial, which is special. Now, this is a random serial from 2011. It's got the 3186 movement, and it's nearly a perfect piece. It's the last of the last. And it's too expensive for Mr. R. He's looking to keep things under 1,000,000 yen, but I've got a viewer coming, and I think this is perfect for him. More options, but we need to keep things with the tax discount under 1,000,000 yen, so too expensive. Now, this W serial from 1995 is perfect price-wise, but do you spot anything off with it? Here it is in hand, and look at the case. It's beautiful. It's sharp. The lines are defined. It makes me wonder if it's a replacement case because it's so perfect. So what's wrong with the piece? Well, it's a 1995 piece, and this should have a tritium dial, but it's a Swiss-made dial. So this is a service dial. It was replaced sometime in the watch's history. Maybe the watch saw an accident, but for whatever reason, it's unoriginal, and that's unfortunate. The next piece is a case serial from 2000, 2001, and it falls in what I think is the sweet spot. Holes case, solid in-link bracelet, Swiss-made dial. Now there's a mark on the bezel at the 9, but it's a full set, box, papers, tags, and it's had a service through RSC, so it comes with a service card. Now, the polishing wasn't bad, but it wasn't Rolex good, so I suspected that it had been polished on top of that RSC polish. I asked about it, and sure enough, he admitted it had. Still, the piece has a lot going for it for under 1,000,000 yen. Now, you wouldn't know it by looking at it, but this is a different watch. This is the precursor to the 16570. It's a 16550 from 1985. It's 1.5 million yen, which isn't cheap, but it's a lot cheaper than its cream-dialed counterpart. Here's some footage of Mr. R's A serial 16710. Talk about bang for buck, and the fact that it came with essentially a free oyster bracelet, which is well over $1,000 value. Now look at the case, look at the lugs. They look great. They've got the correct shape, the correct line. There's so much metal there. It's been polished at most once, very lightly. Now, a lot of people might not like those hairline scratches, but if RSC got a hold of it, it would look like a new watch. It would look like an unpolished watch. Now, I would never let that happen, but it's got a lot of potential. Me, I would leave it as is. Mr. R brought this two-tone Datejust to potentially trade to reduce the price of the Explorer 2. They would give him a $5,500 credit. You can see it's got papers with it, no box, and that would make the K-Serial Explorer 2 we saw earlier this much in yen. All right, back to Explorer 2s, more candidates. This is an F serial from 2003, 4, or 5. Note the lack of lug holes, no box, no papers, and this has certainly had a third-party polish. There's a softness there, and there's a lack of balance. Look at that right lug. It looks like somebody went a little crazy on it, and for that reason, I wouldn't opt for this piece. This is an A serial from 1999. It's a later A. The earlier A's had the hollow and link bracelet. This has a solid and link bracelet. Now, this is no box, no papers, under $1,000,000 yen. It's had a third-party polish, but that right lug has a huge dent you'll never get rid of, so I wouldn't opt for this piece either. This is a U serial from 97, 98. It's an earlier U, probably a 97, before it went Swiss only. It's got the tritium dial. And same thing, no box, no papers, under $1,000,000 yen, third-party polish, and another massive dent on one of the lugs. So I'd rule this piece out as well. All right, Mr. R. So we checked out 16570s, and you're kind of tempted by that K serial. The trade-in price for your two-tone Datejust is a little low, and you may or may not do it. Is that correct?
Yeah, I had to think about it a little bit.
Yeah, and of course you don't want to rush these things. You're going to be in Japan for a while, so you can always come back and check it out. But you've got this, if nothing else. You've got this as a great souvenir for your time in Japan, and can't go wrong with a 16710. It's a beautiful piece. Let me ask you, do you think you'll have this polished?
I don't think so. I think I like the way it looks right now.
Yeah, I don't think I would. You know, if you did, it would look amazing, but of course, you can only do that a few times.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, it was great meeting you.
Yeah.
And good luck with your 16570 in the future if you don't get one here.
Yep.
All right. Take care, man. Breaking news. He went back, he picked up the K serial, and I think he made the right choice, especially when you compare the K serial to those last 3 dogs in the video. Now, the K serial was about the same price, but it had box, papers, the tags, and it had that service card. Now, it had the third-party polish on top of that RSC polish, but that's the thing about pre-owned pieces. You got to make compromises, especially if you want to stay under a budget. But he did it. He picked up a great Explorer 2 for under $1,000,000 yen. Guys, let him know what you think about his purchase. Take care. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.